सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा
Yes, continue.
आहार्यं चन्द्रतारादि तं नुमः सात्विकं शिवं गुरुर्ब्रह्मा
गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः तस्मै नमः। सरस्वतीं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। या कुन्देन्दु तुषारं करवावहै तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति। हरि ओम। सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। नमस्ते। हरि ओम सर।
Hari Om.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Hariom sir.
Hari Om. We will take the doubts. Can we take it in the end, doubts? Or who is that, Dairik?
Sir, only one doubt, that's it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, Gita Dhana means Dhyana Sloka only, sir?
Yeah, Gita Dhana Shloka.
Okay.
Today's shloka was by mistake given to you. So we will see if Shivang is not doing, you please do. Okay? If Shivang is not ready,
Uncle, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to say that the Sringeri Jagadguru has come to Bangalore.
Oh, okay.
I went to see him yesterday. He had come to my village.
Your village, that is Neralur.
No, the other side village. Kolar.
Nice to know.
Ravani.
Okay.
Sir?
We will start with today Gita Dhyanam. We are in the 5th verse. Go ahead.
Vasudeva Sudam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. O son of Vasudeva, O Lord who destroyed Kamsa and Chanura, O joy of Mother Devaki, salutation, O Krishna, the teacher of the world. Thank you, sir.
Good, Shivang. Daivik, you want to explain something of your own in this verse?
No, sir.
Okay. So, in the 5th verse, here, what is told is about Krishna. And he is son of Vasudeva and his mother Devaki. He destroyed the 2 asuras at that time, the very strong asuras. And they were Kamsa and Chanura. To this Krishna, we are saluting through this Dhyana Shloka. Okay, that's what is told in this verse.
Ma'am, sir, I had also done this verse.
You have done last time, right? Good.
Yes.
Good. So we will go to the.
Sir, I know this shloka.
Very good, Anvit. We should know all the shlokas of Dhyana. Okay, 9 out of 9 we should know. Okay. We will move to the chanting by Akash.
Memorize the verses from so I'm trying to memorize the verses every time we do the Gita Dhyana Shloka.
Very good. We should memorize because it is important to praise the Gita when you start chanting Gita. Akash is there. We can. Akash?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can start the chanting. Okay.
Hariom. Shri Bhakt.
10 verses. Yeah.
Atha Panchadashodhyayaha Purushottamayogaha Shri Bhagavanuvacha Urdhvamulamadash-shakham Ashvatham Prahuravyayam Chandamsi yasya parnani Yastam Veda Savedavita अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखा गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रवालाः अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके न रूपमस्येह ततोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम् असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन चित्वा ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यम् यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः तमेव चाड्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्ति प्रसृता पुराणी निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामाः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ता सुखदुःखसंज्ञैः गच्छन्त्यमूढा पदमव्ययं तत् न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनःषष्ठानि इन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति शरीरं यदवाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्क्रामतीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयात् श्रोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम.
Thank you, Akash, and thank you for presenting it in such a short notice. And I think we all have learned this 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which
Yes,
tells
sir.
about the Purushottamaha. Out of all the things in the world, or all the material, non-material, it is the Uttama Purusha. The highest is Lord Vishnu. This is what is explained in the 15th chapter. Let us,
Sir,
yeah.
so I was reading the meanings of this when he was chanting and I saw senses. So actually the meaning of Purusha, since I know from Vishnu Sahasranama, Purusha means one who knows or abodes in the Pura or body.
Good. So one who knows. Okay, good. So let us start with the story today. Tejashri, you are there. Would like to listen to this Garuda's story.
Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Are you there, Tejashri, today? Yeah.
I'm here. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
So, may I continue?
Just a minute. Some disturbance is there.
Sure.
Okay, now you can continue.
Okay. Good evening to one and all present here. We all know about Lord Vishnu, who is one of the most important Shridevs. Let us today know about his Vahan, also known as Garud Dev. I'll start my story with two sisters named Kadru and Vinta. Both of them loved each other very much. One day, when they were returning back from a Vishnu temple after the prayers, they met Maharishi Durvasa, who is known for his anger and whose boons were also really effective, and he was a very known sacred guru or a rishi. When he met the two sisters, he told, such loving sisters, but we have a problem here. I have one Rudraksh mala that is known. Whoever gets this mala will be blessed with a child who will be as yashasvi and tejasvi as the devtas. At this, the rishi is like, now which one do I give to? Because there are two sisters and the mala is only one. At this point, Lord, yes, as per Durvasa Rishi's boon, which the mala he had given to Devi Benta was blessed with a very yashasvi and a tejasvi child named Garud. But when the Malavadru became really jealous and her Irsha gave many adventures to Garudev, one of which I'll be telling you today. Out of jealousy, Devi Kadru had sent Garudev to Suryalok, which she knew that if
We'll today start the class, and I think 8:30. Today is a special class, and I would like to speak about my Guru. First, I will chant the mantra. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. It's a birthday to our own Hegde sir, dear sir. As always, he is in meditation, be it in the yoga class, be it for fun. He is in a blissful state. Our satsang started almost now 9 years back, and he started satsang wherever he goes, in his workplace, at his home, and he's been called for different society and discussions in different places in India and abroad. This is one of the picture where sir in 2013 has started our classes. His selfless services can be seen. He dedicates his evening time every day. He could have been in his work in the evenings, but he has dedicated this from last at least 10 years, I know, where he, at his home, you can see in this picture, he has made a small studio and he has started Param Vedanta. The Param Vedanta channel, you all know, many of you have already participated, and it is a selfless service through a teaching of Bhagavad Gita and Swami Paramarthananda for the humanity. His channels are very famous. He is a very eloquent speaker and is spreading this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita as well as spiritual knowledges to all and everyone, including all the religions. He follows the teaching of many saints, and one such saint I have also met, His Holiness. He is from Shankara Mutt. He follows not only one saint but many of his teachers. He introduced us to Swami Anubhavanandaji. He introduced us to Paramarthanandaji. He is introducing to all the saints and gurus to our common people. He is lively in all types of satsang. This one satsang which we had in Kailas Manas Sarovar, even during playing Antakshari, he was so active. So he is always 100% in wherever he is and whatever he is doing. Humility is his second nature. In all the functions, you will see quietly he will do his work, and he will see that all proceedings are taken place. He is the first person to arrive at the stage 5 minutes early for all the sessions, and is last to go also. His workshops are attended by different people in different places. In the future, I think we will have a chance to attend his workshops where even children participate. And you can see many children there. Amrit is there in this class also, and he was there in that satsang also. We have a lot of fun activities. Those who have attended, they will know. And this workshop are real fun-filled as well as full of spirituality and studies of our ancient scriptures. Wherever he goes, he creates and carves leadership out of common personalities. Our classes were a stepping stone for me, and today's, because of that classes, we have started our Gita studies for children. And behind every successful man, there is a woman. Here, our Guru Mata, Chetna ma'am. She's always there, always cheerful, supportive, always besides him. And she is the real Chetna, the consciousness behind his activities. I would like to, if Madhusudanji is there, I would like to celebrate his birthday by a special song. Madhusudanji, you are there? If not, Sarayu, can you chant, can you sing the Sanskrit song for us, for Hegde sir?
I can sing.
Ma'am, sir, can I sing?
Okay,
Sir, can I sing?
okay, one by one. Anvit, can you sing the Sanskrit song?
Yes, uncle, I will do that.
Okay, I know Sanskrit song.
Okay, let Anvit sing, and with that, Sarayu also can chant. You can sing with it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Janmadinamidam I priya sake shantanotu te samudam prarthayamahe bhavashatayushi Ishvara sada tvam satu punyakarmana kirtimarjaya punyakarmana kirtimarjaya जीवनं तव भवतु सार्थकम्.
Excellent, excellent. Kavin, you want to also chant or say something?
Sir, I wanted to chant.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay. Janmadinamidam I priya sakhe shantanotu te sarvada mudam pratayamahe bhavasatayushi Ishvara sada tvam charakshatu punya karmana kirtimarjaya jivanam tava bhavatu sarthakam.
Thank you very much.
Sir, are you in the
Can I also chant, sir?
Who is that?
Ashara.
Whoever is there, if you are chanting, chant together. Go ahead.
Sir, I was asking, are you in the photo?
I am there. I have taken the photo.
Oh.
So indirectly, I am there. Today, I think one more story we will take after this. It's about bhakti. As we are in the bhakti chapter, bhakti yoga, I would like Akash to explain us bhakti by help of different stories.
So one thing, so actually I have to use another laptop for this story, sir. So like, can you have another story?
I will ask someone else for a small story and then you come back. Okay. Okay. Then we can go to Aloki. Aloki, you are ready?
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. Before Aloki's story, I will just recap a bit. See, in Bhakti Yoga, we have completed until 11 verses, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
And Bhakti Yoga means these 5 steps, which we have to climb up. But in the first 11 verses, Arjuna was informed that by Krishna, if you can't climb up or can't go directly to first step, climb down first. Like if you can't do completely Nirguna Bhakti, you climb one step down, whichever step you like. So if we are in Sakama Karma, that means selfish actions. Like every day we get up, you brush your teeth, do all the activities, study hard. This is all selfish actually. It's not for helping others, but do it 100%, children. Do it with all the efforts for Lord. And that is Sakama Karma. And do it with your duties fulfilled. Nishkama karma is the second step. That means nishkama. You don't require anything for yourself. You require for others. Just like the rivers, the trees, the mountains, all the plants, kingdom,
Natural thing.
they give to others.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Who is that?
Sharaf.
Shahrukh, can I finish this? Can your
Okay.
question wait for some time?
Okay, sir.
So, Nishkama karma is something like we see the nature, Mother Nature, taking very less from the environment and giving more. So, children from the Sakama, selfish activities, go for selfless activities. Like Dr. Hegde sir is doing for all of you. And so many saints and so many freedom fighters have done before. Ekarupa Ishvara Bhakti is the third step. And we saw it, our Ishta Devata, any Devata which you like, pray for him, see him in everything. And we have seen the Kanakadasa story, we have seen Ramana Maharshi story. Everyone had their one God. And that you can also find whichever God you like. That is third step. From there you have to graduate to Vishwarupa Ishvara Bhakti. That means every God is one. There is no one God which is good or bad. Every God is one and the same. And the most important is Nirguna or Arupa. There is no form. Because why? Can anyone tell me why there is no form of God?
Because there is God in ourselves and we have to know that and meditate upon ourselves.
Fantastic. Good. So God is within us. Now, how to see that God? For that, you sit quietly, meditate, abhyasa yogena. Yogena means you sit quietly, meditate on that God, and finally understand, Aham Brahma Asmi. I am that God. Because God has made the universe, and part of the universe is I am. So, just like part of the bangle, gold bangle is gold, so I am also God. So this was the recap of till what we have done.
Ma'am, sir.
Yes, Shahrukh.
Sir, I'm ready for the story.
I have a doubt on Nishkama Karma.
Okay.
Is Nishkama Karma also like not just for humans or animals? Is it also for plants? Because they are also beings.
Yeah, they are already doing Nishkama Karma. They are doing more for the humans than anyone else, isn't it? They only
So
take.
we do Nishkama Karma as in helping the trees?
Yeah, you can do that. That is in Pancha Mahabhuta. There is one that is Bhuta Yajna. Okay. I would like children, if there is a doubt and we can wait till I finish or the speakers complete there, it will be good. Okay. Write it down. And if there are many doubts, ask in the end of the class. So we have 15 minutes in the end of the class. Okay. Akash, please go ahead.
Sir, this is not the first slide.
Yeah, this is the first one. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So next slide.
Yes.
Bhakti, as we all know, is the deep sense of love, respect, and gratitude for the Lord. It is something similar to what we would have for a teacher at our school who has helped us a lot to learn a subject which we may have found difficult. With great patience, love, and skill, this teacher cleared all our doubts. Whenever we remember this teacher, we are filled with a lot of respect and gratitude for this person. After completing school, one might also get this feeling for a mentor at his workplace. In the Gita, Lord Sri Krishna gives a lot of importance to bhakti and mentions that one must perform all actions with a feeling of bhakti to the Lord. This converts every action into a seva or sacrifice to the Lord. When we read history, we find that there were many great bhaktas who had attained everlasting joy with their pure and unflinching devotion. There are also many interesting stories which show the sweet relation between the Lord and his devotees. Today, I will talk about two such great bhaktas. Sri Kanakadasa was an ardent devotee of Lord Krishna. He was keen to have the darshan of the Lord at the Sri Krishna temple in Udupi. However, he was refused entry by the temple authorities because he was of a lower class. Saddened by this, Kanakadasa camped behind the temple and started composing songs praising Krishna. It was here where he composed one of his famous songs, Bagilanu Teredu Seveyannu Koduhari. Open the door and allow me to serve you. Krishna, moved by his devotion, turned 180 degrees, much to the astonishment of the priests. Soon cracks appeared on the wall, and Kanakadasa could see the statue through them. It was this wall which later became the present-day window, also known as Kanakanakindi. So originally, the idol of Krishna was facing east, then the idol turned west in order to face Kanakadasa. In this beautiful story, we see how the Lord showers his love on his true devotees, irrespective of caste or social status of the devotee. In verse 30 of chapter 6, Krishna says a true devotee shares a very intimate relation with him. Such a devotee never loses sight of the Lord, and the Lord too never loses sight of such a devotee. In Ramayana, we see yet another beautiful story of Shabari and Lord Sri Rama. Shabari was a woman from a village. Sage Matanga was her guru. The sage told her that Lord Rama would give his darshan if she worshipped him with a pure mind. Following his advice, she worshipped Lord Rama sincerely, and she spent many years awaiting his arrival. Every day, Shabari would go out of her ashram with the help of a walking stick and pluck berries for Rama. She would pluck one, taste it, and if it was sweet, she would put it in her basket, discarding the bitter ones. She wanted to give the good berries to Rama. She didn't know that offerings must not be tasted. Thus, collecting a few berries, Shabari would return to the ashram and eagerly await Rama's arrival. When Rama finally arrived, Shabari offered the fruits which he had meticulously collected. As Rama tasted them, Lakshmana raised the concern that Shabari had already tasted them and they were therefore unworthy of eating. To this Rama responded that of the many types of food he had tasted, nothing could equal these berries, offered with such devotion. You taste them, then alone will you know. In this story, we learn that the Lord lovingly accepts any offering that is made to him with pure devotion. Krishna tells the same thing to Arjuna in verse 26 of chapter 9. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktyupahritam ashnami prayatatmanaha. Further, in verse 31 of chapter 9, the Lord declares that his devotee never perishes and soon becomes virtuous and attains everlasting peace. This is very important for us because as human beings, we all need the wisdom to make the right decisions in our life, and the Lord promises that he will light the lamp of wisdom in the hearts of his devotees. Bhakti is a very essential and beautiful emotion which we must develop to lead a peaceful and happy life. I would like to conclude by quoting this famous statement. When bhakti enters a man, he becomes human. Thank you. Hariom.
So thank you very much, Akash. Thank you so much. It is all your efforts as well as your parents and your grandfather also. It is very pleasing to see that at such a young age, you have understood and picked up so many things, all from your parents and your elders. So I am looking forward for such small stories and understanding through stories and chanting as Akash did in the next few classes. Maybe next class Shashank is doing it. He will give a 5-minute talk on bhakti. What does he understand? Through his understanding, we will also learn a lot of things. Similarly, I request any number of kids who wants to speak on such topics, please come forward. Give me in maybe few days before the class and I will include in the presentation. So we have seen this. I will move to the story. Today we start a new way. We start understanding one temple at a time. Okay, there are so many hundreds and thousands of temples. We start gaining knowledge through each one of them. Sanjana has come forward with this concept. She is going to tell us about Nanjandeshwara temple that is near Mysore. Go ahead, Sanjana.
Yes, sir. Hariom everyone, myself Sanjana, and today I'm gonna present about Sri Nanjandeshwara temple. Nanjangudi, one of the ancient and well-known pilgrimage centers of Karnataka, is a distance about 25 kilometers from Mysore and is famous for its temple dedicated to Shiva. Temple is dedicated to Shiva, described as Nanjundeshwara. You will be knowing in history, like in 6th grade, you will be having some chapters. In that, they can give you like the followers of Shiva are also called Shaivas. Nanjankuda means one who has consumed poison, and this legend relates to the Charang ocean with Shiva consumed Hala Hala. Nanjanguda became Vishakanta and also Shrikanta for having digested it, in the sense the poison. Hence, the deity is also known as Srikanteshwara, one who cures the diseases. The town is situated on the banks of Kapila or Kabini river, where a dip in its water of any Sorry, sir. The town is situated on the banks of Kapila or Kabini river, where a dip in its water on any momentous occasion is considered meritorious than a dip in the Ganga. So here we can say Kabini river is more precious than Ganga. Like if we just take a dip in it, it's like we are taking like what Shiva used to go in it. Like it is therefore called Dakshina Kashi. In addition, the water and the soil around. So next slide. It is therefore called Dakshina Kashi. In addition, the water and the soil around the banks are believed to possess curative properties, and thus Sri Nanjandeshwara is also worshipped as Bhavagora Vaidya. For Sultan called Hakam Nandunda and gifted an emerald linga and available emerald necklace as votive offerings for having cured his favorite elephant of an eye disease. Referred as
You are muted or what, Sanjana? I think we lost Sanjana's connectivity is lost. We'll wait for 1 minute and then. Do you see that there is one Nandi's idol there? Can you check, see that?
Yes.
There
Yes,
are
sir.
the highest Nandi, height of Nandi, where it is? Can you tell me?
Sir, it's in Bangalore only. It's in Bangalore only.
No, it's in Tanjore. It is 25 or 22 feet high.
There is the Nandi temple near Baswangudi.
Yes,
In
that is also
Baswangudi.
there, but it is
Yes,
not the
uncle, I learned about it in
Yeah.
class.
Sanjana, you have joined. Can you
yes, sir.
continue?
Sorry, sir. I just got disconnected with the Wi-Fi.
No worries. Continue.
Referred as Garalapuri in the Puranas, Nanjangudi has been praised as a holy place. Sanctified Parasurama and Gautama. It is said he prayed for the grace of Srikanteshwara to expiate himself of the sin of beheading his mother Renuka. Folk legends call the place as the dwelling of Nanjaya, later identified as Shiva.
Thank you, Sanjana. And this is a very excellent way of taking one temple at a time and knowing about the so many folk stories and so many different kind of stories around that temple. Next class we will see about.
তিনটে আমাকে স্টিক করতে হবে ডায়েরিতে
Can you Swastik, can you mute please? Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Children, see that you are on mute when in case you are to speak to your parents or something is going on. Okay. So next class, I hope Vishwesh will prepare on some temple nearby like Tanjore. Then Swastik is going to tell about the big temple in Hyderabad. And this is how we will learn the different temples. Now next story.
Sir?
Yes, who is that?
Sir,
It's
it's
not
Tanushree.
Hyderabad, it's Vizag.
Yeah.
Sir, can I also get something like that?
Yeah, sure. Some temple which you have visited, which is like very holy temple and very important, you can present it.
Sir, it can be of any deity.
So I can take any temple of my wish which I have visited, no sir?
Yeah, so that you can connect to it, right? If you visited, then you can connect, you can tell your experience also. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you.
We'll go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I wanted to tell that he's also called Neelakanta because he drank the cosmic poison of Halahala.
Correct. Neelakanta.
Actually, Kali came and Parvati, she couldn't hold Shiva's neck as she was her wife, so she came in the form of Kali and held his neck so that the poison wouldn't go in. So for that reason, he saved the gods from drinking the Halahala instead of the Amrita.
Correct. Today, we will see one more bhakti, a bhakti of a student towards Guru. Here, the student is Shivaji, and the Guru is Ramdas Swami. So let us listen from Aloki about this story.
Namaste to all. Today I'm going to tell the story about Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj devotion toward his Guru, Samartha Ramdas Swami. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was a faithful devotee of his Guru, Samartha Ramdas Swami. So, he was his Guru's favorite disciple. Samartha used to love him more than other of his disciples. Seeing this, the other disciples of Samartha started to feel that since Shivaji Maharaj is a king, he is Guru's favorite. Samartha decided to remove this misunderstanding of his disciples. So, once took all of his disciples to the forest. In the forest, they lost their way. Samartha went into a cave and pretended to having acute pain. The disciples entered the cave and saw that Samartha was groaning with pain. They asked Samartha how could they heal. On hearing Samartha's reply, all the disciples were amazed. Here, Shivaji Maharaj left his fort to visit Samartha. He got the news that Samartha had gone to the forest with his disciples. So, searching for Samartha, he started wandering in the forest. All of a sudden, he heard someone groaning. He went closer and found out that the noise was coming from a cave. He went inside and saw that Samartha was tossing on the floor in pain. He folded his hands and politely asked Samartha the reason of his restlessness. Samartha, I'm having an acute pain. Is there any medicine for this, Gurudev? No, Shiva, there is no medicine for this. It's a very rare illness. There is only one remedy, but let it be. Gurudev, please tell me the remedy. Do not hesitate. I cannot sit quietly without healing your discomfort. Milk of tigress, that too fresh milk, but it's impossible to get it. Shivaji picked up a aesthetic pot, bore down to Samarth, and left in search for a tigress. After wandering for some time, his eyes fell on 2 tiger cubs. Shivaji thought, surely their mother must be around. Within seconds, the tigress appeared. On seeing a human near her cubs, she started growling.
Shivaji was capable enough to fight the tigress, but here fighting was not the motive. He gathered courage and folded his hands in front of the tigress and said, "Oh, mother, I've not came here to harm you, either your cubs. I need your milk to cure my guru's illness. Please let me take it. I shall give it to my guru and come back to you. Then, if you want, you can eat me." Saying so, he lovingly moved his hands on her back. Even mute animals can be won by love. The tigress stopped growling and, like a cat, started licking Shivaji. On getting opportunity, Shivaji milked her and filled the pot. He bowed down to her with gratitude and left the place. Shivaji went back to the cave where Samartha was and kept the pot in front of him and bowed down to him. Samartha said, "So finally you have brought the milk of your tigress. God bless you, Shiva. When there is such a faithful and devoted disciple like you, how can a guru be in a pain for long?" Samartha put his palm on Shivaji's head and looked at the other disciples. Now they realize that if a guru loves a particular disciple, it's because he is worthy of it. He is worthy of that special grace. Moral of the story is true devotion of a disciple to his guru. Second moral is with love and true intent, dangerous animal also can be turned helpful. Third, jealousy increases one's weakness and defects. So instead of being jealous of such a worthy disciple, we should try to remove our weakness and defects. Hariom, thank you.
Very good, very well explained. And the morals are so much, we can practice it daily in our routine life. Children, you will have teachers for whom there will be one student or two students very dear. So don't be jealous of that. Be actually happy about it. And if you grow in your devotion towards the teacher also will show her love to you, her or him, his love to you. Okay? Thank you, Alaki, for that beautiful story. We will move to 12.12 verse by Divyanshi. Divyanshi, chant for us and then we will chant after you. Okay?
Okay, sir. Sir, can you hear me?
Little louder, maybe.
Sir, can you hear me now?
Very clear.
Hariom, I am Divyanshi. Today I am going to chant the verse 12.12. Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasaj
श्रेयो
ज्ञानमभ्यासात्
ज्ञानध्यानं विशिष्यते
ज्ञानध्यानं विशिष्यते
ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागास् त्यागच्छान्तिरमन्तरम्. Meaning of this verse is Shreya, better, he, for, Dhyanam, knowledge, Abhyasat, than mechanical practice, Dhyanat, than knowledge, Dhyanam, meditation, Vishishyate, better, Dhyanat, than meditation, Karma Phalatyagaha, renunciation of fruits of action, Tyagat, renunciation, Shanti, peace, Antaram, immediately. Better than mechanical practice is knowledge. Better than knowledge is meditation. Better than meditation is renunciation of the fruits of actions. For peace immediately follows such renunciation. Many people are at the level of mechanical practice. They perform the rituals enjoined by their religious creed but do not engage their mind in God. When they purchase a new house or a new car, they call the pandit to perform the puja or ceremony, and while the pandit performs the puja, they sit and talk in the other room or sip a cup of tea. For them, devotion is nothing more than performing the empty ritual. It is often performed by way of ceremonial habits that have been passed from parents and elders. At least such peoples are performing rituals mechanically is not a bad thing, for after all, something is better than nothing. At least such people are externally engaging in devotion. However, Sri Krishna says that higher than mechanical practice is the cultivation of spiritual knowledge. Knowledge bestows the understanding that the goal of life is God realization and not material progress. The one who is versed in knowledge goes beyond the empty rituals and develops the desire to purify the mind. But knowledge by itself cannot cleanse the heart, and thus Sri Krishna says that higher than the cultivation of knowledge is the process of engaging the mind in meditation. By practically controlling the mind through meditation, we begin to develop detachment from worldly pleasures. When the mind develops something measure of the quality of detachment, we can then practice the next step, which is the renunciation of the fruits of action. As explained in the previous verse, this will help remove worldliness from the mind and strengthen the intellect for the subsequent higher stages. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to present this wonderful verse. Thank you, Hariom.
Excellent explanation. That nowadays, when you see some ceremony, for example, you take a marriage ceremony, there are so many vivaha mantras in the marriage which are going on. And that vivaha mantras, Guruji, Swamiji says jokingly, that mantras for the bride should be chanted by the bridegroom. But in the marriage ceremonies, we see the Pandit is chanting for the bridegroom. He is telling, "Oh bride, be mine. Oh bride, always be with me. And oh bride, love me." And so many things the Pandit is telling to the bride. Ideally, we are, as Vivyanshi said, we are just following what is happening today, but not the ceremonial, proper scriptural way. So children, this is what is explained in the verse, that there should be 4 sadhanas, 4 studies to attain the highest Nirguna Brahman or peace in your mind. First is Abhyasa. You start with Abhyasa, that you meditate without any knowledge, like you do puja without any understanding about that deity. But after that, you go for understanding and then meditation. Okay, that is the next step. Stepwise, you follow the sadhanas. And then dhyanam, both with knowledge and meditation together. A mixture of both is dhyanam. And finally, karma phala tyaga. Because you take, for example, if you want to learn some subject, for example, a English chapter, first you just read it at first go. You complete the entire chapter just fast, without any great understanding. Second comes understanding, that is jnanam, you understand it. Third will be close the book, sit quietly and revise in the mind, that is meditate with knowledge, dhyanam. And finally, karma phala tyagam. How do you do it? You just go, if tomorrow is the exam, give the exam. Don't think that I am going to get 100%. That you tyag that your results. That is the final thing, karma phala tyagam. Then only you come home and you'll be peaceful and you can concentrate for the next exams. Same way, these 4 sadhanas will help you enjoy your every day, every moment of your life, and you'll be peaceful. That is what is explained in this verse. With that, I think today we end the class. Pragnyas will take next. And I want you to end the class with one beautiful birthday song, a very different birthday song by none other than our dear Madhusudanji. I'll come to it. Madhusudanji, you are there?
Yes, Dr. Sachin, very much there.
Please chant this your way, the song for our sir. Go ahead.
Absolutely. First of all, many happy returns of the day, sir. It's a privilege that I got it to sing for you today. Dr. Sachin, thank you very much. It's wonderful to be part of this children group. Sir, this is a birthday song for you. ನಿನ್ನ ಹೆಸರಿನ ಅಲೆಯೊಂದೆದ್ದಿದೆ ಈ ದಿನ, ನಿನ್ನ ಹೆಸರಿನ ಅಲೆಯೊಂದೆದ್ದಿದೆ ಈ ದಿನ, ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನದ ಶುಭವಿರಲಿ ನಿನಗೆ ದಿನ, ಮಿನುಗುವ ತಾರೆಯಾಗಿರು ನೀ ಅನುದಿನ, ಗುರುವಿನ ಚರಣದೊಳಂದಾಗಿರು ನೀ ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ಷಣ, ಗುರುವಿನ ಚರಣದೊಳಂದಾಗಿರು ನೀ ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ಷಣ. सागर में एक लहर उठी तेरे नाम की, सागर में एक लहर उठी तेरे नाम की, तुझे मुबारक खुशियाँ आत्म ज्ञान की, तुझको है अनंत में जाकर मिल जाना, तू है सुंदर फूल इस संसार की, तू है सुंदर फूल इस संसार की. शुभाशया शुभाशया शुभाशया, शुभाशया शुभाशया शुभाशया. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. We all belong to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday once again, sir. Thank you, Sachin.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you all the kids who have sung the different songs, and I will send this to Dr. Hegde. Sir is not there in the meeting, but I am going to make this video and send it now to him.
Thank you. Wonderful seeing all of you.
With this, we end today's class. I'll just chant the last mantra of our class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Thank you, kids. Thank you so much. And those who have some queries, I will sit here for some time. And those who want to leave, they can meet us in the next class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.